Welcome everyone to another production of your Southern Ohio Copperheads, as tonight is Family Game Night Trivia. We'll be doing questions in between innings and whatnot, and you and your family can face off in a test to see who is the superior family member. But today in MLB The Show, we're going to be having our Southern Ohio Copperheads face off against the Xenia Scouts for a second time. Xenia played the Copperheads yesterday and took the win. Copperheads looking to change things up. It's Colin Roach. He's going to start off pitching here. He started in 8 games, and the 4 that he's been able to finish, he's gotten the win in. Starting at first base for Ohio, Spencer Wilson. Xenia rocking their electric blue jerseys with the off-white navy to go alongside with that. And with that, that's the first pitch of the night. A ball. Your Southern Ohio Copperheads coming in at 24-17. That's second in the NL Central this year of the 2020 Summer League. Starting us off, Travis Berry for Xenia. That one gets fouled off. A beautiful 47 degrees here at Industry Center Stadium. Partly cloudy, a tiny bit of wind, but nothing that's going to affect this game too much. And we got 2 balls and a strike. Three balls now. Colin Roach now with 4 pitches. Travis Berry batting at .246 on the season. He's consistently been at the top of the lineup the past 12 games for the Xenia team, as he's going to swing, and that one fouled off. Full count now. And first batter Roach is going to face is going to be walked. Berry makes his way to first. Not how you want to start this game off. Starting at third base tonight, Evan Chmielewski. Second now for the Scouts, Junior Gonzalez. Batting at .229 with 10 home runs. That's 4th in the NL. And that's strike 1. Another wide pitch for Roach, as he's favoring this curveball, slowing it down a tiny bit. He's trying to get more movement. We've seen him really favor that fastball, and I think he's trying to switch it up a bit as he looks to tag out at first. Berry's safe. That one a swing right to Chmielewski at third. The dish to second and at first. Make that 2 outs. Nice heads-up play by the third baseman to get that double play. And we have a substitution now. Owen Moreland coming in for Chmielewski. Hopefully he didn't have an injury off that last play, but we'll keep you updated as this one goes on. Now, Derek Shaw at the plate. He swings. This one goes foul. Home plate, I'm just going to say he swung at that now. 0-2, he's dug himself in. He's going to swing a shot to shortstop, Uribe, with a quick third out. That's going to end the top of the first. When we come back, Copperheads on offense. Question 1 of our game night. In the classic Monopoly game, how many utilities are there? 2. Electric and water. Yep, that's what I pay at my apartment, and it's not fun. Make sure you guys pause in between questions because the answers will come at you kind of fast. So if you guys are following along, make sure you hit that pause button in between. But starting off for Xenia Scouts, Tyler Jackson's going to be pitching here tonight. He's pitched in 15 games so far with this scout team. He hasn't had a no-hitter yet, but typically when he's pitching, he's pretty spot on. Xenia Scouts at 25-17, first in the NL East. And back-to-back balls for Jackson. A Scott Moore for the Copperheads, starting us off. He's batting at 163. But his hustle and energy that he brings is why he's on the top of the lineup. And that one goes foul. This one popped up high to center field. And that's an easy snag for out number 1. Second on the lineup tonight, Will Manson, coming in at 286 before tonight. 9 home runs that go along with that. As he's going to let that first one go behind him. Ball 1. That one for strike 1. That one drops but just goes wide. 1-2. Manson with 26 RBIs. That's the first on the Copperheads this season. Is he's going to swing at that breaking ball. Tyler Jackson's first strikeout of the night early on. Now, power hitter for the Copperheads, Brian Uribe, batting at 345. Coming into tonight, 7 home runs, 23 RBIs in the season. This one, bouncing into right field. He's going to be safe at first. Now with a runner on first, John Stabler, the catcher for Southern Ohio, comes up to play. Uribe safe at first. John Stabler with 10 home runs on the season. That's 4th in the whole National League. As his first pitch is a ball. 2 outs. Bottom of the first. This one goes wild. Not sure if Jackson was trying to catch Uribe stealing, but that one slips up. Now, 3 balls. Stabler sits comfortably. That one's gonna drop for strike 1. And a curveball coming in at 77 from Tyler Jackson, that previous pitch. And Steelers brought himself up to a full count now. He's got to stay positive. This one popped up high. Center fielder tracks that one down. Copperheads scoreless as we head to the top of the 2nd. Now, starting off the 2nd inning, Xenia Scouts for the Scouts. 9 home runs coming into today with 20 RBIs. He's batting at around 273. As his first pitch he sees tonight is a strike. Xenia Scouts also came from the 2016 draft pick. Colin Roach. Now with 14 pitches. That one fouled off. This one, a shot to Moreland at 3rd. He gets it to Wilson for out number 1. Now, Ryan Little, the left fielder for the Xenia Scouts. Although he is no little man, coming in at 240 pounds of muscle. 6'3" to go along with that. He's putting up some big numbers this season. Batting over 300. He's got 9 doubles. That's first on the team for the Scouts. This one way inside for Roach. This one whacked into right field. And a snag from Hunter Bentley in right field. It almost looks like he lost the ball for a second and right at the end. The reflexes to snag that one for out number 2. Now, Caleb Graybo, the 3rd baseman, makes his way up to the plate here tonight. Batting 265. Caleb was also taken from that 2016 draft. As he's going to see a strike. He's going to swing. That's gone. His first at bat, he's getting a solo home run. Putting his team up 1 here early in the 2nd. Wow, that one was a beauty. I don't even think a fan was able to catch it. That one went that far. 414 feet. He just lined up, kept his hips square, and the rest was history. Xenia Scouts up now by 1. Looking to follow that, Desi Ruiz now. This one shot at the pitcher but went past him. Gets all the way to outfield and Ruiz is safe at first. Almost took off the ankles there of Colin Roach. Now, Benny Royale. That's strike one. Royal batting at .212. He's got 4 home runs in this 2020 season so far. This one whacked right to Spencer Wilson at first. He's going to tag at first. That's going to end the top of the second. Southern Ohio takes the bat when we return. Question 2. In the game of life, how many seats are there in a car? If you said 6, you're right. It's about the average size now of an SUV. Batting now, 5th on the lineup, Owen Moreland, who came in an early substitution after Chmielewski had that first out. Looked like he needed a sub, and Moreland steps up. That one's a strike right down the middle for Jackson. Moreland in the last 6 games has had 2 home runs with a couple hits on top of that. This one whacked right to third base. And that's going to be out number 1. Now, Trevor Patton, the center fielder. Number 34 stitched into his jersey. As he's a hefty right-handed hitter. That first pitch of ball. Trevor Patton, last game against the Scouts, went 1 for 4. Only had a single in that game. Brought home no runs. Looking to change things around here for game number 2 of this series. Strike 2. Says he's not going to swing at that one, making another ball. This one shot deep into center field, tracking back. And a nice snag there. Boy, I thought that one was gone for a second. Back-to-back home runs in an inning would have been nice. Just a little bit more power behind that one, and that one would have been gone. Stepping up to the plate now, CBJ Stinger. You haven't really seen a lot of him on the field. He tends to be a pinch hitter. Now we've seen him added into the rotation a bit. His last 10 games he's played, he scored in 7 of them. That one low. Two balls, no strikes. Jackson finally gets a strike. That one, high. And another walk. Sneer's going to make his way to first. Tyler Jackson now, 29 pitches. Spencer Wilson takes his turn at the plate. CBJ still hanging out at first. He's gonna reach, and that one goes foul. hits behind the shortstop, and he makes that save at second. That ends the second tap of the third when we come back. Starting us off here, bottom of the lineup, Benito Almonte, batting at over 300, and he's this low on the batting lineup. Came out of the Dominican Republic back in 2018. That one goes foul. And that one missed. Manson unable to grab that. And it gets in. Almonte safe at third. Got a triple from a hit off the wall. I like to see guys hitting in those first couple pitches. And Almonte does that exactly as he's now on third. No outs. That's strike one. Again, we're going to see the top of the lineup here in the third. Travis Berry. As he swings right away. Right into Scott Moore's glove. That's out number one. Although he's out at first, Almonte scores at home. Scott's up now by 2. Now Junior Gonzalez, who went 0-1 back in the first, is up to bat now. That pitch low. That's strike one. The count 1-1. Only one out here at the top of the third. This one shot into the third base gloves of Moreland. That's out at 1. 2 outs. Now Derek Shaw makes his way to the plate. That first pitch is strike. Another one fouled off. 0-2. This one again into Scott Moore's glove. Step on first. That's out number 3. Copperheads up to bat when we return. Now Hunter Bentley. Bottom of the lineup we're going to see now. Starting things off in the third. That first one's a ball. This one a hit. Again to the third baseman's glove. Nice hustle from him as he gets out number 1. As we look at the standings, Xenia's at the top, 25-17. New York, 3 wins under them, and they're kind of run away with this one here in the NL East. We see the top of the lineup again. Scott Moore now. Not breaking ball, a little high. Jackson now 35 pitches in the bottom of the third. Then run a ball low. Three balls, no strikes. As Moore sits comfortably in the box. He swings, that one goes foul for strike number one. This one deep into foul territory, and this snag there. To get out number two, nice hustle from the first baseman now. As Manson takes a turn at the plate again. That one right down the middle for a strike. Tyler Jackson with a cutter coming in at 89 miles an hour. When Manson faced off against the Scouts last time, went 0 for 4. Looking to change things up here. As he swings again into the third baseman's glove, and it slips right past him. That'll count as an error for the third baseman, and Manson safe at first. Now Uribe again. Only Copperheads so far to make it on base. As his first pitch is a strike. That one goes way outside, and Manson's gonna stay put at first. Another strike right down the middle. Jackson has one of the better placing balls in the NL East. Another ball hit far into the foul territory. 1 and 2 still. 2 outs here at the bottom of the third. This one whacked in the right field, and a catch there for out number 3. Bottom of the third when we return.
Hey Copperheads fans, what if we named the team after you? Our 2020 Fan of the Year will get to rebrand the team after themselves or whatever they'd like for one home game next season. To enter our raffle, visit the link in the description and donate $25 to help keep baseball in Southeast Ohio. Thanks for watching today's broadcast, and go Cheds!
Back now to baseball. Dwayne Scott here in the top of the fourth. Takes on Roach for a second time here tonight. Is that slider a little outside the box? Dwayne Scott had the ground out in the first when we last saw him. And now he's sitting on a ball. 2 balls and a strike. That one's gonna get a shot deep to left. Manson able to snag that one. Now again Ryan Little for the Scouts. That one ball inside. Another foul ball. Making a little impact on this. That one's high. Another low ball for Roach, full count. Still staying alive in this one. And Roach gets the bad end of the stick on that one. Little walks to first. Now up to the plate, Caleb Grabo had a solo home run at his first and last at-bat. Now he's got a teammate on first. Con Roach is definitely going to have to adjust against him. I want to swing and a miss. With a teammate on first. Caleb Grabo has 20 RBIs. That's the first on the team. He's going to swing at this one. Moore dishes it to second. Uribe back to first. He's going to be safe at first. But now that makes it 2 outs as Desi Ruiz comes up to play again. That one at his knees for a ball. This one whacked right into Uribe's glove. That's going to be out number 3. Bottom of the 4th. Copperheads up to bat when we return. Question 3. In Monopoly, how much money can a player receive for passing go? 200 big ones. Now kicking things off, John Stabler. He had that pop out in the first. This series has gone 2 for 5. He had a second base hit and an RBI in the previous game. So he's going to see a ball. Strike 1 for Tyler Jackson of the 4th. As he's pitching between 76 and 90, John Stabler sends one deep in right field. But it's caught for out number 1 almost against the fence. Now, third baseman. Early substitution again. Owen Moreland. As he swings at the first pitch, but it goes right into the leather of the right fielder. Now, again, and so quickly, Trevor Patton. And that's bounced off the catcher's gear. And a nice breaking ball. That's strike 2, 2-2 the count now. Now full count again. Patton's gonna stay alive, fouling one off. He's gonna swing another foul ball into the left field now. Another deep ball gets sent right into the pocket of the right fielder as he gets all 3 outs. Top of the 5th when we come back. Kicking off this 5th inning, Benny Royal had the ground out in the 2nd when he faced off last. As he swings at the first pitch he sees. This one again popped right into right field for out number 1. Now Benito Lamonte had that triple and scored one of only 2 runs here in tonight's game. That one for a strike. Almonte last game against the Copperheads went 1 for 4. Today's going 1 for 1. As this one's popped up, Patton tracks it down for out number 2. Top of the lineup we're going to see for a 3rd time tonight. Travis Berry. He swings at the first pitch as well. And Bentley getting a workout as he catches for out number 3. Bottom of the 5th. So quickly at his count. The game battleship of a part of the battleship is struck by the opponent. It is known as a... That one's going to be a hit. CBJ Stinger now. He was the only walk so far in this game for Tyler Jackson. That one outside. CBJ second on the Copperheads. Batting average. I'm just going to say he swung at that one for strike number 1. Back-to-back strikes for Jackson. He's keeping it alive here. This one whacked past the first baseman. He's going to be safe at first. Nice hustle there from Stinger. Just got the end of that ball and somehow it stayed fair. Now as Spencer Wilson comes to play. That's ball 1. That's a swing and a miss. Another foul ball. 1-2 the count. He's going to swing high at that one. That one a little inside for ball 2. Full count. Jackson brought it up 2. And walk number 2 for Jackson. Wilson makes his way to first. Now Stanger advances to second with no outs here. This is a dangerous situation for the Scouts as they're up 2-0. Now bottom of the lineup, Hunter Bentley again. Tonight has gone 0 for 1. First ball whacked out. Jackson now with 73 pitches so far. He's got to be a little gassed. As Bentley shoots one in right field. The tap at second. The throw to first, and he's out. A nice easy 2 outs for the Scouts, as Copperheads still moved a runner to third. Now top of the lineup for a third time tonight, Moore. That one's in the dirt. Two balls, no strikes. And I'm just going to say he didn't swing at that one. Catcher for the Scouts telling Jackson to calm down, as he hasn't thrown a strike in the past 5 pitches. And another walk for Jackson this inning. Scouts pitching coach is going to walk over and have a conversation. I didn't see anyone warming up in the bullpen, so maybe he's just coming to talk. As now, Will Manson is going 1 for 2 here tonight. Steps up for the 3rd time. Strike 1. He's got a teammate at first and third with 2 outs. Copperheads still scoreless. That one high. For Jackson, 12 balls, 10 strikes in this 5th inning. Not numbers you'd like to see if you're a Scouts fan. As Manson gets one fair. Copperheads scoring 1. Manson safe at first. And a teammate safe at second, as he just gets that beautiful bounce right before it touches right field. Now, with 2 outs, bottom of the 5th, Uribe for a 3rd time tonight. This one fouled off. 1 ball, 1 strike. Uribe averaging 142 when he's got teammates in scoring position. This one right into the second baseman's glove. So he's going to get out number 3. Top of the 6th when we come back from this break. Now, Junior Gonzalez starting off the 6th inning for us. As he lets the first one go by him. Another ball there for Roach. Roach is the kind of pitcher that really just likes to get back in motion, doesn't spend a lot of downtime in between pitches. As he makes contact with that, but that goes foul. 2-2 now. And a shot right into Wilson's glove there for out number 1. Derek Shaw now. Scouts still ahead, but not by much. 2-1 the score. And that's finally a strike there for Roach. 2-1. This one fouled off again. And Shaw looks to stay alive now, swinging at anything and everything he can. He makes contact. Scott Moore picks us up. That's out number 2. Dwayne Scott now. Hasn't gotten on base yet tonight, but hopefully things will change now. That's a strike. Dwayne Scott with 108 home runs in 3 seasons. Not a bad feat. As 2 ones fly by him. A ball finally. As Scott can take a breath. And he reaches and swings. That's out number 3. Bottom of the 6th when we come back. Starting things off for Southern Ohio, John Stabler. That's strike 1. First pitch of the 6th for Tyler Jackson, as he's still hanging on to this one. Stabler gets a crack at it. Back against the wall. It's snagged for out number 1. Let's see on the list, Tyler Jackson coming in at 1.59 in the ERA. Moreland safe at second. Nice hustle from him. First one's a strike. On 1 to count. Moreland safe at second with 1 out. He swings, make contact at third, and he's out for out number 2. Now CJ Stinger tries to get his teammate home. That one's going to be a ball. Oh, I'm just going to call it a strike. That one a little close. This one. Deep whack in the right field. That goes foul. 0-2 now. This drop third strike happens. But he's going to get the out. It's top of the 7th when we come back.
Hey, Copperheads fans, what if we named the team after you? Our 2020 Fan of the Year will get to rebrand the team after themselves or whatever they'd like for one home game next season. To enter our raffle, visit the link in the description and donate $25 to help keep baseball in Southeast Ohio. Thanks for watching today's broadcast, and go Cheds!
Question 5. Who is not one of the suspects in the game clue? If you said C, Lieutenant Lemon, you were right. In our part, we're having some technical difficulties, and so am I apparently saying that one. Nobody scores in the 7th inning. We're going to fly past that one. And it's going to be the beginning of the 8th. With the Scouts rallying, they've already scored 3 runnings in the inning with no runners on 2nd and 3rd and no outs. Dwayne Scott's going to be the first one we see on the screen here. We also had a pitching change. Michael Brennan came in. He's only pitched about 3 or 4 here so far. And he makes contact with it. In the center field it goes. Making the turn, Patton throws it. Somehow the Scouts get 2 on him. The score now 7-1. Nice hit there. Xenia's now Ryan Little. Looks to continue this hot streak. 5 runs scored this inning. Copperheads haven't had this high of a count against them since the beginning of the season. Copperheads have not won a game losing by this much. It's a 0-2 the count. Another foul ball. And that's strike number 3. Copperheads finally getting it out here in this very scary 7th inning.
Now batting, the 13th, Caleb Bravo.
Now, we see Caleb Grabo, who had that home run. Early on, we saw him be very active on offense. But after that home run, he was been a little quiet. Wanted to change things up here a bit as he swings for strike number 1. And again, strike number 2. That's a swing. I missed there. Runner still on first. Does he make contact, but that doesn't go straight? He swings and makes no contact. Out number 2. Back-to-back strikeouts here in the 8th inning. Now Desi Ruiz up to bat. Brennan with another throw back to first. Making sure he's staying awake. And again another throw. Back to first, trying to get out number 3. That's ball 1. Brennan's really got to keep his head in this one. That's high for ball number 2. And finally a strike to go along with those 2 balls. Brennan now with 19 pitches. We typically see him used here in the Copperheads for about 1 to 2 innings. And that's kind of where he's capped at now. As he swings now, even and out to a full count. Another foul ball. And that's going to be another walk for Brennan. Copperheads did not need that one. His runners on first and second, 2 outs. Benny Royal now looks to extend this Scouts lead. And this lead really only came out of that 8th inning, the 7th inning, like I mentioned. No runs were scored. It only happened in the 8th. So Copperheads really, really need to get out of this one. This one, as Wilson tracks it down in foul territory. That's going to be out number 3 to end this very scary inning. Copperheads now need to swing that bat a little bit more. Bottom of the 8th when we come back. Question 6. What do players use as tokens in the game Candyland? Gingerbread people.
Your attention, please.
Now, Joel Pittman, 15 games with the Scouts. He's faced 34 batters. As Manson will be number 35.
Number 17.
That's ball 1. Another wide pitch for Pittman. The Scouts have a left and right-handed batter warming up in the bullpen. That one's swinging and fouled off. And he's going to reach at that one. 2-2 the count. He's swinging at that one, staying alive. This one popped deep in the left. It's going to be a catch for out number 1.
Now batting, the shortstop.
We look back at Tyler Jackson's stats. 5 hits against him, only allowed 1 run, and 3 strikeouts. Not a bad game here for him. As Uribe now faces off against Pittman, swinging at that first pitch. His jersey went from white to black after having to be tagged up a bunch of times and trying to be safe at second. He ended up with dirt. That one in the dirt as well. And that's going to be another strike right down the middle. 97 miles per hour behind that fastball. Joe Pittman, 10 pitches. That hit foul. This one whacked in the left field, but an easy grab there.
Now batting, number 6.
2 outs now. As John Stabler looks to keep things alive. Southern Ohio struggling here late in the game, as all these runs came late in the game. Like I mentioned, Copperheads have never been down by this much and been able to come back, but hey, anything can happen. As he makes contact right into the glove of second, and he's going to be out at first. Top of the 9th, last inning when we come back.
Ladies and gentlemen, your
Now,
attention,
David Waite,
now
20 games with the Copperheads. He's a reliable closer, typically really only pitches in about 1 inning. And that's all the Copperheads need him for. As bottom of the lineup, Benito Almonte faces off for Waite's first victim. Almonte going 2 for 3 tonight. Back-to-back balls. And that's finally a strike there for Waite. He's going to swing right into the glove of the shortstop for out number 1. One more out closer to the Copperheads being able to dig away at this lead. It's now top of the lineup. Travis Berry. As that first pitch is a strike. He swings. Strike number 2.
One ball, 2 strikes, count.
tied for weight. As he pitches, strike number 3. 2 outs now. 1 more to go.
Now batting, the shortstop, Junior Gonzalez.
Now, Junior Gonzalez.
Ball, that pitch is
As he tries to get something going, maybe extend this lead a bit more. Although I think 7-1 is a good one for his team to be up this late in the game. That's strike 1. Another foul ball. This one inside. 2-2 the count with 2 outs. He's gonna swing and miss. Wait, ends that one. His team's got one more shot to dig away at this one. Stay tuned for your Southern Ohio Copperheads to try and tie this one up. True or false, you need to have 4 checkers in a row, either horizontally or vertically for connect 4. That one's going to be true. Now, starting us off, Owen Moreland,
third baseman. Owen.
third baseman, who's been battling with Chmielowski at third for that position. Two balls now for Pittman. Swing and a miss there.
2 balls, 1 strike, the count.
This one popped deep. Left fielder tracks back and catches that one for out number 1. Here in the bottom of the 9th.
The center fielder, number 34, Trevor.
Now, Patton with what could be his last at bat. That's strike 1.
One and one.
He's gonna swing and miss again. 1-2. Pittman favoring that knuckleball and getting into the hang of things with that.
Ball, that's inside. The count is
I was gonna say he didn't swing. Full count now. That one cut at first for out number 2. 2 outs now, bottom of the 9th. Copperheads really need something here as they look at CBJ Stinger to do something. Strike 1. First pitch from Pittman. Fastball with 98 behind it.
ball, 1 strike.
On the dirt. Pittman just throwing him down, not taking any time in between.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Stinger swings now. 2 strikes. That one going wild. Stinger trying to stay alive in this one. Full count now. This next pitch could end the game or keep it alive. And with that one, it goes foul, so keeping that one alive. So now this one is the make or break. He's going to swing the catch at first. Xenia Scouts win this one, sweeping the series against the Southern Ohio Copperheads. Tonight, winning the game 7-1. Again, I want to say thank you to my amazing team for putting this together. Without this awesome media team and everyone who does it, I would just be a voice. So I want to say thank you to them for always doing everything right and just doing the best they can. Thank you to our fans for watching all of our games, and make sure you guys follow us on all social media platforms at Southern Ohio Copperheads. Again, my name is Samantha Garcia, signing off here. Stay safe and healthy, and hey, wash your hands.